Hey, welcome back to Spin on These. It's another how-to. We're going to show you how to correctly fit brake pads for any kind of wheels. Before we get going, I'd just like to say these are Fat Boys and these are what we make, and we'll put a link down below so that you can have a look at them in detail and get your own pair. They're great. Okay, brake pads. What's so difficult about installing brake pads? Well, a lot of people install their pads parallel or slightly toed in or toed out, possibly in the wrong direction. There's only one way to install brake pads, and that's toed in the direction of travel. That's in this direction here. So that essentially means if we're going this way, both of your brake pads, front and rear, should have this orientation. Come and have a closer look. Okay, so this is the front caliper. As you can see, if you zoom out, you'll see that this is the front of the bike. So we just and I've taken the tire off the wheel so that it's easier to see the alignment of the brake pads. These are pretty worn in, so they've lost their original amount of toe in, but it's still possible to see that when I apply the pads, it's this forward edge of the forward end of the pad that's making the first contact with the rim. Okay, and that is actually the trailing edge of the pad because the wheel revolves in this direction. So what you need is always to have the pad making the first contact here, and as we apply more pressure on our brake lever, more and more of the pad comes into contact with the rim, until eventually it's all the pad and all the rim combined. That's maximum braking, but when we start out braking, we want to start out gently, and that's what you get by this forward end, the trailing edge of the pad making that first contact. And that way you get a big range of power from light feather through to full-on emergency stop. How do you set the pads this way? We're going to show you, because these ones are worn out, so we're going to reposition these now. Okay, so what do you need to do this job? Well, you need the right brake pads. These are Speed Shop dark matter pads. We supply these with all our wheels. They're ceramic formulated pads specifically for the kind of braking surfaces that we use, whether it's DM8 with its ceramic composite surface, or whether it's DM8 Revolution with its pure carbon surface. These are the best pads to use. They come in packs of 4, you get them with your wheels, and we always have them in stock, ready to dispatch worldwide, same day when you wear them out. So you need your pads, you need the right kind of wrench to adjust this bolt here on your brake calipers. This particular set of calipers is SRAM, old SRAM red, but it's the same with other brands of caliper, like this is a Shimano Ultegra. It's just probably a different size, happens to be the same size of bolt. This is the bolt that you need to adjust to be able to orient and position your pad holders. Okay, and this is the important thing. Okay, finally we just need one of these. This is just a cable tie, a zip tie, and I'm just going to be using this wedge end, the end that goes in the zip tie, because it's a nice wedge shape. Okay, so first thing we're going to do is we're going to loosen this bolt. Okay, so just a quarter turn, and now the pad, you can see, moves up and down in the caliper arm, and it also can be moved in and out in this angle. Okay, and what we're looking to achieve, if you come back round to this side, what we're looking to achieve here is this kind of angle. Okay, we want the pad to reach the rim like that. So how do we do that? Okay, this is where the cable tie comes in. Okay, so what I've done is I've inserted the cable tie so that just at the leading edge of the pad, the rearward facing end tip of the pad is clamping the cable tie to the rim. Okay, now we just make sure that the pad is fully within the braking zone of the rim, and it is. I've got the lever hard pulled on, so I've got the front brake in the on position, and now I'm just going to tighten the pad bolt so that we lock in this angle. So when I remove the cable tie, we can now see that we have a nice clean toe in a good amount of toe in, and you can see, if you get the camera into the right position, you can see there's a big gap at the back. So that means, well, as we apply this pad, it's making contact here, and as we squeeze the pad tighter, or as we squeeze the lever tighter, we get full engagement. So just repeat the process on this side, and that's it. Pretty simple. Now we've readjusted both sides, and like I said before, you see, hopefully you can see a nice toe in. So it's not extreme amount of toe in, but this is all you need for really nice progressive braking, not on-off braking. If you set your pad parallel, or even worse, toed out, then what you get is you get on-off very snatchy braking, and you end up going head over heels over your handlebars and breaking your face. So not a good idea. This is the only way to set it up, and like I said before, you should do exactly the same at the rear. It might look different because the rear brake caliper faces the other way, but you still want your pads toed in the direction of travel, like that.
It's just a very nice wheel, you know.
Okay.
This rear wheel is actually a Santucci edition Fatboy Revolution series wheel. You can see this from the new braking surface, which is even better. The Revolution series is faster, better looking, and more effective.
Okay, anyway, apart from that, we just wanted the reason I just put that in is just to show you, if you come this way and look down on that, a lot of people get confused, I guess, by the fact that the rear caliper faces rearwards, but your brake pads should go in exactly the same direction. They should be toed in this way, the same as the fronts, okay? The reason is simple. Both front and rear wheels travel in this direction. Okay, that's pretty much it for this how-to. It's simple stuff, but super important, because these little bits of rubber here on your road bike are the only thing that's between you and death if you get it wrong. So it's amazing how many professionally set up bikes I've seen over the years that have incorrectly set up brake pads, either parallel or even worse, toed out. These ways don't work. There is only one way. The wrong way means on-off braking, very snatchy. It leads to disaster. This way is the right way, and it's not just for fancy fat boys like these. It's for all kinds of wheels, alloy wheels, carbon wheels, and fat boys like these. By the way, if you like the look of these are the wheels we make. We'll put a link down below, so you can find out more, and you can read the hundreds of reviews we've got from real riders around the world. Maybe even treat yourself to a pair. I think that's about it. I don't think I've forgotten anything.
Actually, yes you have. You guys need to remember to subscribe and turn on the bell notifications. That way you don't miss any brilliant videos. And also remember, if we can get this video up to 50 likes, maybe even more, who knows. Thanks for watching. Thanks for riding.